In it, the universe will be remembered through organic association of all its parts with their underlying eternal order. Because above all, Camillo thought of the theater as the ideal of pedagogy. The ideas and memories it would trigger would be for the education of the spirit above all. He thought that everything that the human mind could conceive, but that not necessarily had to be in the field of physical perception, could be put together through serene mediation, and then may be expressed by certain corporeal signs in such a way that the beholder may at once perceive with his eyes everything that is otherwise hidden in the depth of the human mind. And it is because of this corporeal looking that he calls it a theater. Camillo's project, it is not a narrative model, but an open and more creative one in which the access to knowledge, and even more important, the trigger of new ideas in the user of this scaffolding can be accessed from different angles without the obligation of following a linear and unilateral path. Furthermore, it is also the case for Aby Barbou's Mnemosine Atlas. This way of archiving knowledge allows for a creative user. Meanings and ideas are not closed or unilateral, but open to interpretations and to generate new associations. In his conference, Aby Barbour, The Survival of an Idea, Matthias Brun talks about Barbour's Mnemosine Atlas and says that Barbour was a technophile. He was interested in telecommunication, the press, and traveling, and these new technologies enable new forms of traveling, but also prolong the old idea of migration that connected civilizations from the beginning. Technology, for example, in the form of printing, was also the direct link between Dürer's engravings and the 28 telephones in his avant-garde library building. He had already written an article entitled Airship and Submarine in Medieval Imagination that suggested that former societies had anticipated what he called vehicles of thought, an imagination that we dispose of today. Images were their vehicles. It is remarkable the fact that in the same way he interpreted some medieval images as predicted of the airplane and of the submarine, his whole library project, but especially his Mnemosine Atlas, predicted the logic of the hyperlink and of the web. The Atlas Mnemosine project is centered on images, a figurative atlas composed by more than 2,000 plates or screens. Each plate is formed by photomontage on wooden boards that bring reproductions of different works, especially from the Renaissance, but also archaeological repertoire and visual material from daily life, such as newspapers. This is images of some of the plates. The project was born from Barbour's own non-linear thinking, and thus from his need of presenting simultaneously, almost three-dimensionally, all kinds of relations and multiple forms of classification of images during his conferences and while writing and studying. So the Atlas Mnemosine was aimed to creating relations and bringing memories in rapport to each other, not only in a linear but also in a simultaneous and transversal fashion. The interest of ambiguity lays in the freedom it could open for a potential lecture that at the same time allows the possibility of triggering new relations and creative associations, opening conceptual paths that were not considered yet, a non-linear thinking, the aperture and simultaneity of non-unilateral models for creative thought allows the reconstruction of the theater, of the atlas, not as a 3D illusion, but as the conceptual architecture or structure in the transmission of knowledge. Thank you.